all these buttons mean on the side.
Button.
There we go. Do you have like buttons on like the side of your screen?
Yeah,
What?
see?
Oh, okay.
Mute and retouch to make me pretty.
I got my retouch on.
Do you?
Oh, I just got a notification that I'm live.
Yep,
Did you get one too?
I did.
We don't have anyone. I'm
No.
adding drop off donations to my to do list for today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Happy Saturday.
Yep. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. We have a viewer in here. Can I like see who's in here? No, I can't. How do I do that?
I don't know.
I have a person and a like. Hello. Oh, hey, friend. How's it going? Happy Saturday. What you up to, Alicia? Hey, playing with Ness. How are you? Hello. We have 4 on here. Happy Saturday. Sophie's like talking. She's like, do you hear the microwave in the background?
Yeah.
She's very
I
impressed.
mean, I can hear it through the door right here.
Yeah. She's very impressed with her meatball. She's like, look at my meatball. It's funny. Okay. Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Saturday. What's up, babe?
Oh, you ready?
Yeah. Hey, Ruby Mary. Hello, hello. So, okay, y'all, we said last week, a math test. Math is not my strong suit at all. Good luck with the math test, friend. You got this. We believe in you, playing with Ness. Oh, goodness. Yeah. So what was I saying? I'm sorry, I got distracted.
Something about last week.
Yeah, so last week we were saying that we were gonna like do weekly lives as long as we're able to, just to
Yep.
kind of talk about stuff, life. I'm a little off today. So we went to the gym again this morning. I didn't go yesterday. I was intending on it. I packed a gym bag and everything, and then I was like, no. So we went today.
I went yesterday.
You did go yesterday. I'm super happy for you. Okay, let's just start talking. Hey, everyone that's in here. So I'm Tiffany. That's Jesse. If you didn't know,
Monday was MLK Day.
It was MLK Day. I read the essay, the letter that Dr. King wrote while he was in jail in Birmingham in 1963. That is the thing that I do every year, and there are so many good quotes in there, so many awesome nuggets of information in that essay, and I highly encourage everyone to read that. It's just called Letters from Birmingham Jail. It was really good. So I did did I show you what I made in my journal to commemorate
No.
Dr. King's Day? Because that is the only event that I acknowledge that occurred on that day.
Something else happened Monday? The national championship.
Yes.
National championship.
I apologize. Yes, national championship did happen. I'll show y'all what I did. A little sneak peek. So I did like oh Lord. Am I Hobonichi cousin? Can you see it? I did
I can see it, but it's backwards.
Okay, see, it's backwards on mine too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just did a bunch of Martin Luther King Jr. quotes in here. And I put my final quote. This one kind of really that was in that letter that he wrote. He said, "He who passively accepts evil is as much involved in it as he who helps to perpetrate it. He who accepts evil without protesting against it is really cooperating with it."
I agree with that.
Yeah, 100%. So that was one of my that's one of the quotes. So I pull quotes from those letters quite a bit. There's just so many good ones and so many amazing things that he said. So yeah, cool. All right, so the national championship
That's right.
was Monday.
It was.
Yeah. Ohio State won, so all you Buckeyes fans, congratulations. Hey Tiff, how's it going, friend? I feel like I'm really loud, sorry. Yeah, the national championship was Monday. You want to talk about it? What do you have to say about it?
uh, it went as I expected.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, Ohio State spent more money. They have paid better players to play for them. So
mm-hmm.
I'm agree with Paul Feinbaum. Like I think anybody could have won with that team. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
seriously.
yeah. I got you. Yeah, Notre
No,
Dame,
no hate because it was all fair, right?
absolutely. They followed the rules, so you can't be
Yep.
upset about it.
That's
And
right.
they spent their money. Um, I feel like Notre Dame was flat coming out.
Yeah.
Honestly, especially their defense. That was me. They started getting a little like they made a lot of mistakes, like mental errors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So, and I've never seen Marcus Freeman that deflated. Is that
Yeah.
the word? Is that like the
Yeah.
best word?
Yeah. Well,
He was
that's probably my opinion. I think it was just Ohio State was they were so good they were putting pressure on Notre Dame
yeah
and creating mistakes. Notre Dame was choking,
yeah.
trying to compete with them.
I
But I
got
think as far as Marcus Freeman goes, I think it was a big stage,
yeah.
big stage for him.
Yeah, he's very deflated. So, but I mean, they tried, like they fought,
Yeah,
they came out flat, and I feel like they ended flat. But
yeah,
and then their kicker missed the field goal,
that's
so
right.
that kind of caused a momentum shift and all that good stuff. So that's yeah, the national championship. College football's over. What are we gonna do sports wise? Oh, you want to watch the NFL playoffs, right?
Watch the Bills and the Chiefs tomorrow.
Yeah,
Go Josh Allen.
yeah.
Yeah, I got to text your dad because he's a Bills fan.
He is a Bills fan.
So
He
he,
wasn't happy
he'll
that the Lions were out.
yeah he'll like that. He'll like me texting him saying go Bills.
Yeah, he will. He will definitely like that. He will
Mm.
definitely like that. He is a Bills fan. The Bills, I remember they were really good back in the 90s.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They had Tom Kelly and Thurman Thomas as a
Yeah.
running back.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Smith on the defensive line. I remember a little bit about him.
Yeah. Yeah. I just remember.
I used to love the NFL growing up.
Yeah. I used
They-
to watch it more than college football when I was a
I
kid.
did too. I
But
did too, and it was mainly because college went mainstream. When in the '90s, college football went mainstream.
yeah, yeah.
Not like it
Yeah.
is now.
That's like a new phenomenon.
Yeah, yeah.
Newer
But
phenomenon. Take my shoes off. Okay. Wow.
let me
Okay.
let me see them feet.
No, stop. I got socks on. No, I'm just playing. I got socks on. So yeah. Hey Gwen. We're good. How are you?
Hey,
Gwen,
Gwen.
I talked to your friend. I know Kathy, your friend. She talked to me yesterday. I don't know if she told you. We had a little chat yesterday. She's a sweetheart. I did. Yeah. That's a like 6 degrees of separation thing. It's a small world. So I've known her we don't like know each other, but like kind of like in passing professionally, we have um been around each other from time to time. So we had a good chat, quick little chat yesterday. So loud. So Sophie's on FaceTime with her bestie, so you guys are probably gonna hear her, like, echoing in both of
She's
our things.
she's telling her friend you said not this weekend, maybe next weekend.
So about what?
I guess staying the night.
Oh, Lord.
She's like, my mom said not this weekend, maybe next weekend.
She didn't even ask me anything.
She did about Harper.
She didn't ask me. She didn't say anything to me about that. Not one word was uttered to Mama. Because she knows. She knows if you're wanting to do a sleepover, the parent has to contact me.
Yeah.
So she wasn't even going to bring it up. Silly kid. Okay. Anywho, what's up? What else would you like? Does anybody have any questions? Somebody retracted a message. I didn't know you could do that. Interesting.
A little off topic,
Hmm.
but since
Gwendolyn, that's too cute. I love that. I will. You know what? I'm gonna start like being like, shout out Gwen in all my videos. I feel like I shout out a lot of people. Johnny Holt. We're just talking about whatever. We kind of do this every like Saturday or Sunday. We go live for like an hour and just talk about different things. So thanks for joining us. If this is the stuff you're
yeah,
interested in talking about,
you got a question to ask, and we'll do
yeah,
it.
we'll answer questions.
But okay, so with our new president in, he's released a lot of he's unclassified a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
So have you seen the JFK assassination tape?
I have not.
Well, they have one that is like it's almost like it's filmed on an iPhone, and it looks like the driver shot him. Like that's what every I've seen that video posted a lot this week,
Hmm.
and everybody's showing the same. The driver turns around and shoots him like point blank, and
Mm.
apparently that driver was only questioned one time, like one time about it, and he
Yeah,
just I don't know anything. I'm the driver, and that was it.
gotcha.
So that's and some stuff come out about MLK about how the FBI was they were doing shady stuff trying to get dirt on him because
Hmm.
they wanted to discredit him.
Yeah, I don't doubt
So
that.
so with all the with our president doing this with the documents, a lot of information is coming out on stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm mainly waiting on the UFO stuff to come out because I'm a nerd,
Hmm.
but yeah, but that's pretty crazy that possibly the CIA killed him, JFK.
I mean, that's been like a conspiracy theory for years now, right?
Yeah,
That really
yeah.
has.
Well, they say that I don't want to be wrong here because I'm not that informed on it. But I heard he JFK was saying something about a certain country we support,
Hmm. Yeah,
and
he was. So
they
he was a
had him.
very radical, like view, like in his time period. How about
Mhm.
that? He was a
Yeah,
pretty what people call radical
yeah,
or woke president. How about that? We'll use that
yeah.
terminology since
So
that seems to be.
after he was killed, we went straight to war, didn't we?
Yes.
That's when we went to
He was
war.
very against entering the Vietnam War.
Yeah, we
And Lyndon Johnson, my understanding, was it Lyndon Johnson?
that
This is
replaced him.
before my time. I feel like it
I
was.
think
And
I think
we
it
went
was,
and
and
yeah.
we went straight to war after that.
Yes, and we started drafting folks and all that stuff.
So
Yeah.
what was in Vietnam?
That we wanted.
Yeah, I know, but do you know?
Yeah, I have an idea. Yeah.
What's your idea?
What?
What's your idea? That was in Vietnam. The reason we warred with them. There's something over there we wanted. What do you think it was that we wanted, or what do you know that we want?
Probably drugs to release. Anyway, yeah, that's always been my
All
suspicion.
right. So let's just say coincidental after the Vietnam War, a lot of drugs took off, right?
I mean, yeah.
You
And
know,
then we went to war on drugs. Yeah.
there's a certain drug that they grow in Vietnam that isn't in. Well, I'll take it
The
back.
opium? Is that what we're
Yeah,
looking at?
yeah,
Opium?
a certain ingredient. How about
Yeah.
that? A certain
Yeah.
ingredient that is in a lot of drugs. That
Yeah.
um, so that's interesting.
Well, they say like a lot of veterans or came back addicted to
Yeah,
substances. That's pretty
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's I'm in my feelings today about a lot of
Well, all
about
I'm
stuff
all I'm
about a lot of
saying,
stuff.
all I'm saying, you don't trust the government
No.
and you don't trust politicians.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. But yeah, so I've been in my feelings on a lot of
I get.
things today and
Oh yeah,
yesterday. I called like look, can I call? Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Gwen. There's so much stuff.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
My great uncle was killed in Vietnam.
Yeah. Yeah.
So but yeah, it's Vietnam's bad.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
all the wars are bad. I
yeah,
mean, I,
absolutely.
I've heard similar stories about the Gulf War
Mhm.
and stuff they grow over there.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I would be willing to bet that pharma's involved in it too.
I
Big
wouldn't
pharma.
doubt it. Big Pharma's involved in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We sound like a bunch of conspiracy theorists.
No, I mean, is it
But
a
what
conspiracy?
does the evidence
Right.
suggest, right? Like what does like the information that we have like suggest?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
You remember what I said at the gym today? Like I take information and process it in my head
Yeah,
and
for sure.
come out with my answer. I mean, I try not to let people trick me by just them talking.
No,
You
absolutely
know,
not. Based off of their actions, right? Like do
that's
they put
right.
their money
That's
where their
right.
mouth is?
You somebody can talk all day, but if
Mhm.
their actions are going to tell you the truth.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, cuz I feel that way about Target right now.
yeah,
Is a few weeks ago, they were saying that their DEI programs were good for society, good for their brand. Da, da, da. That's like what their CEO is saying, and then all of a sudden, they're reporting yesterday that they're getting rid of their DEI programs.
yeah,
One of their DEI programs was they were going to mainstream or introduce a lot of brands that were designed by black individuals or black owned businesses, and it makes
I,
me wonder what that is in detail. So yes, I did a call out on Instagram because like if you see, again, you can say one thing, but what does your action show? And you're trying to say, oh well, the data and the numbers and all this stuff. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like you're either a sheep and you fall in line with the rest of them or you stand tall, and
yeah,
that's kind of where like I'm not surprised that Walmart, I'm not surprised by businesses like that because of who they contributed their money to in the political world, right? Like who they did contribute to Trump. I'm not surprised that Amazon did it, but I'm surprised, but not surprised. I'm disappointed. How about that? I'm disappointed in Target because a few weeks ago you said something completely different,
yeah.
and now you're basically like backtracking.
Okay,
So,
so in this world, uh, money is king,
hmm
and people are gonna follow the money.
yeah,
That's
for
why
sure.
you think. That's why you seen Mark Zuckerberg. That sounded. I just butchered his name or whatever. That's why you see him backtracking.
Which
with
pisses me off because
with the Meta. You see him?
he is married to an Asian woman.
Okay,
Like
you see
that's
him. Hold on, Till. You see him backtracking with Meta. Now Target.
oh yeah. I know.
I mean, several businesses are backtracking
100%. Well,
because
I will say I
it's
was
about the money.
intentionally I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's about the money. It's
100%.
just about money. They listen. You like what month is the Pride month?
Is it June?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, that month everybody changes the rainbow flags. They love Pride and everything,
They're
but it's
performative.
just so you keep shopping with them. They
Yeah.
don't really care. They don't really care. They really
Performative.
don't. Business, okay, money don't care about nobody,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And people who make a lot of money don't care about nobody.
Yeah. They
I
just care
mean,
about getting richer. Like,
that's right.
honestly, y'all.
That's listen, these people like the SpaceX dude that runs Twitter. He don't care about nobody. He cares about more power. That's what they all care about, more power.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm
Mhm.
with you.
You know, if they cared about somebody, I mean, say like the Mr. Beast guy. Why don't he do stuff in America for people?
Yeah.
Why does he have to go to other countries and do stuff?
But also,
Why
why film it
why,
and exploit
why does
them?
he have to film it? Yeah, right.
Yes.
Why does he have to film it?
Yes. I'm
So
with
it's
you.
the same with with all the other billionaires. I mean, why don't they help people in America? They
They
don't care.
could.
They just want to make money off people in America,
A
and
hundred percent.
that's it. I mean, and it frustrates me seeing people fall for the stuff they say.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, and I will say, like, I was trying to be more intentional when I knew that Target, when Target was saying, and
Yeah,
they backed up what they were saying with
yeah,
their DEI programs because they did, have more black owned brands
yeah,
in their stores. So they backed it up and I was being more intentional about shopping with them. But it's like now, man, I just want to throw my middle fingers up and be
yeah,
like, I don't want to intentionally support you because of how, like it, DEI is not bad. It just means creating an environment where you're more inclusive, like, period. And I don't know why everyone thinks that's anything but like, people look at other ethnic backgrounds, other races, and they judge them. I've had this conversation with you about, do I need to start riding around with my birth certificate because I'm a brown girl and I look more Filipino than I do look white? Do I need to start doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, because people are going to look at me, and if you are drinking that Kool-Aid that's out there, you're going to have those questions. You're going to question that. And yeah. So anyway, I'm sick of people. And I'm sick of people. And I will stand here on my YouTube channel and say I support DEI. I do not support mass deportation. I do not support ICE going in schools, healthcare facilities, churches, anything like that. And I don't support this mass deportation movement, period. And that's where I see it. I don't support racism or bigotry in any way, shape, or form. And I'm going to start putting my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to speak about it openly, and I'm going to be mindful of where I spend my money. And I hope other people who support the same ethos that I do will do the same thing because that's what's going to hurt them. That's what's going to make them change is if you are more mindful about where you spend your money because that is the only thing that they care about. They don't care if you blast them. All they care about is their profits and answering to their shareholders. And
right.
so if you like, I'm serious. I looked up today. I will be grocery shopping at Winn Dixie and because they gave no money in any political anything because I have slim pickings. Publix gave a bunch of money to Trump. Walmart gave a bunch of money to Trump. Hobby Lobby gave a bunch of money to Trump. Home Goods, TJ Maxx. I can name Amazon. Amazon Bezos gave $10 million to a PAC that supported the Trump campaign. And so I just feel like at this point, like is it my responsibility? I don't have the biggest platform, but I have some type of platform. And so let me speak out against it, you know? And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm grocery shopping at Aldi and I'm grocery shopping at Winn Dixie. And I'm not supporting for the most part, I'm limited again unless I absolutely have to. So, and that's the thing about it is we have to hurt them where it hurts them, and that's money. That's the only thing that they're going to respond to is money.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah. Money's king. I'm
Money is what rules it
like
all.
you can want change all day, but if you keep shopping and spending money in
Yeah,
certain places, it ain't gonna change.
absolutely.
And that's just how it is. But you got a lot of people that I mean, let's be honest here. Like the whole Trump sitting down with Jesus talking about "I love you, son" and all. That's hilarious. I love that. That's so
Because
hilarious. Seeing
people
them
buy
folks
into
posted
that.
on Facebook is hilarious.
I mean, this week I did. I'm trying to get back in. Thank Jolie. I agree with you. Gwendolyn, exactly. I totally agree with you. We should be inclusive. We should intentionally be inclusive because America is not just made up of white people. It's not just made up of Asian people. It's not just made up of Hispanics. It's made up of a bunch of people. That's why they've always called America the melting pot. And when you are intentionally doing things that excludes groups or makes groups feel like they don't belong or you don't want them here, that's horrible. Jolie, yes, I agree with you. If you have any sense, any morals, you cannot support this. I don't care. Like a human is a human and a human deserves to be treated well, period. Like, if you are a Christian, I identify as someone who is a Christian. I don't follow traditional, like what churches do, but I read my Bible. I read several verses this week in the Old Testament and the New Testament that talked about how we should treat others from foreign countries, how we should treat foreigners, how we should treat everyone. And it's not hatefully, and it's not, you know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. Like, I didn't mean for it to like get into this, Jesse, but I'm Jesse knew he knew what he was doing. I agree, Alicia. A human is a human. And it's just a human should be treated with dignity and respect. Period. Not if they. There's no ifs. A human should be treated with dignity and respect
So
always.
so can I get on a little bit of a soapbox
Please.
and then we can move on?
I feel like I've been on one, so go for it.
Okay. So let's say this. Let's say last year was my first year in soccer, right?
Mhm.
And I had Hispanic kids on my team,
Mhm.
and their parents are doing the best they can. Like they're in a foreign country doing the best they can to make better for their family,
Absolutely.
right? So we can't sit here and use words like criminal and rapist and murderers as a Trojan horse for your agenda to get people out of here. Because that's
Absolutely.
what's going on, right?
Fear
Like
mongering.
we're using these words to get people out of here. I mean, you could say that with any race. You could say that with the white race. You could say that with any race, right, Till? Like
Mhm.
any race, you could say rapists, murderers, whatever. We all have them in all our races. So we're not going to deport all the races, are we?
No.
So why? See, this is what's been getting at me all week,
Okay.
and I really didn't want to get political today, but I guess we're going
I
to.
mean, our world is political at
So,
this point.
so this is what's been getting me this week, and I just gotta say it, and I don't care if people hate me or not, but uh like people are people. People are people. We live down the road from a Hispanic neighborhood. We know Hispanic people, and I gotta say I've met tons of them. I haven't ran into any criminals, murderers, or rapists.
No.
like all the crimes where we live at is mostly white crimes, right?
Yeah. As a
I
result of
mean,
what?
seriously,
Drugs.
it's mostly methamphetamine gear, right?
Yeah.
So they start off as meth heads and then
Mhm.
they commit crimes to support their habit. That's all
Absolutely.
our crime here. And
Absolutely.
I would say, like Sophia's elementary school, she has a bigger Hispanic population than Malaya's school does because they hadn't got there yet.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And it's growing. It's
yeah,
growing,
say
right?
yeah, 30% of her school is probably Hispanic,
Yeah, yeah, for
if
sure.
not more. But
Yeah,
you don't hear crimes from them. You hear crimes from right.
yeah.
My
And
people, my people out commit crimes,
yeah,
and it just has to be said. So
yeah,
I, I think a lot of it's just fear mongering. We're fear mongering to create this to. It's something I don't like doing, and they do it at jobs. They do it at my work, and it's the what's the word? It's a blanket statement. A blanket statement. Not everybody's guilty. You
yeah.
know, when I'm at work, I get on a soapbox about that. Like if you start fussing at me, I almost I almost cut up. If you
I'm
start
trying to hold back my cuss words.
if you start fussing at me about something my coworker did,
Mhm.
like my bosses know how I get. I start
Yeah,
getting feelings because we're grown men,
yeah,
and 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 uh and that's how I want to be approached like a grown man.
absolutely.
I'm not in first grade. I don't need the whole class don't need to get in trouble because of one person.
Absolutely.
So if you got somebody out there cutting up, committing crimes,
Mhm.
what do? You
Yeah,
do it
you
just
handle
like
them.
just like you would do a white man, a black
Mhm.
man, any color man
Yeah.
that is legal in the United States, right?
Mhm,
You
mhm.
do. I don't get it.
I don't
If
either.
somebody's out there breaking the law, you arrest them and charge them and run them through the court system. Like
Absolutely.
you attack a whole race.
Because we know what Make America Great Again is.
Well,
And I
I'm
and
just I'm getting upset because we're going backwards.
we are
And
going backwards.
it all started with the abortion thing. Like the abortion thing was like the tip of the iceberg. Now
Yeah.
we're going backwards. Everything that's ever been fought for, every right that women have fought for, and every right that MLK fought for is starting to go backwards.
It is. You're
And
100% right.
this ain't what I voted for. I didn't
No.
vote for any of this
No.
because
Absolutely not.
I believe in moving forward.
Absolutely.
So you
Absolutely.
can't sit there and say I'm a Christian, I love everybody, but I want to ship you out the country.
Absolutely.
You can't say
I
that.
love you
You
enough to do a mass
you can't say
deportation.
that.
Absolutely
You can't
not.
say that.
No. All right, I'm going to go back to some of the comments.
Okay,
Jolie, we are in Alabama. So we are definitely blue dots and red states based off of our values. I don't identify as a Democrat. I consider myself to be an independent, but I'm very much a person who believes in valuing humans above all else,
yeah,
and policies should reflect that. And right now, AOC is like Jesse and I were talking about that earlier today. AOC and Bernie Sanders are the only two politicians I have seen that truly, like AOC and two other Democrats introduced a bill trying to outlaw insider trading for Congress people, because they are making money off of the laws that they pass. Um, let's see, Alicia, yes, we have to be kind people, and it's just and also, but at the same time, like I'm gonna use my platform. What it's not big. I'm gonna use what I have in my space of the internet to speak out against this monstrosity that is happening in the world, and I stand by what I say. And it can be, I don't care if it's, it can be used against me, but I will not conform to this tomfoolery and nonsense. I will always be on the side of what is right in this world, and do it with integrity, because that's the world I'm raising my children to live in, and those are the types of people I'm trying to raise my kids to be, and I have to model that, and part of modeling that is protesting when things are not right.
that's right.
um, and Gwendolyn said, point is, most of these politicians had ancestors who have ancestors who were immigrants, 100%. And most of them did not come into this country documented. And that's the thing about it. Most of them did not come in here documented. They were granted either some type of asylum or something like that. So
Elon
again, it has nothing
Elon
to
wasn't
do.
documented.
Huh?
Elon wasn't documented.
No, he was not, and neither was the FLOTUS. She was not here, and she has been called out multiple times for that. So you can't. Again, it's not about that. It's about
Look,
who are we
I,
targeting? We are
I,
targeting black and brown people,
I
right?
don't I don't I don't identify any politics. I just love people.
Absolutely.
So
And I
I
believe in
I
doing the
love
right
everybody.
thing.
I love everybody.
Yes.
And when I say that, that's I mean by like everybody I come across.
Yes.
There, the few people that I really can't stand
Mhm.
is because of their character.
Absolutely. But also, you don't rag on them, you don't
No, no,
throw
I
hate
don't
at
pay.
them, you just
No,
avoid them,
yeah,
right? And
I
that's
let
how
them.
I feel
They
about
live
it.
their life.
Yes.
They know what. No matter how much they pester me, they live their life. I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely. And
you
that's
know,
how yeah, and if you're not hurting people, again, I think we are autonomous, right? Like we are autonomous beings. I have the right to make choices about myself, my
yeah,
children without interference from anybody.
yeah,
Period. That's where I stand. I have taught my girls that they are autonomous people. Like you will hear Sophie. Sophie punched a boy in the face because he touched her without her consent. That was her words, not mine. Because I've taught my children that people cannot touch you without your consent because they are autonomous. Even though they are children, they are autonomous people, right?
yeah.
Because they get to make choices about their bodies and what people do to them.
That's right.
And that's how I feel about every human in the world. If you are not hurting someone, hurting others by causing them harm, you have the right to make decisions about yourself, period. But it's just, yeah, this whole world is messed up. So yes, we had to go on and talk about that because Jesse and I have had multiple conversations about this all week.
Yep.
Um, and it's hit me hard, and I've tried not to watch the news, but at the same time I want to be informed about what's happening. So this is not a fear mongering thing, but this is a thing where it's like we got to stand up against this nonsense and not conform to it. So with the ice stuff, I don't know is the answer, right? Hi, is that Rhonda? Hey Rhonda, is that you? Think it's you. I can't see well. Um, okay. But yeah, so we did like a 40-minute rant on that, but
Yeah.
we will stand on the side of what is right, y'all.
I'm on the people side.
That's right.
I just want like it's like like
Oh,
the one family.
Storm like pushed the door open. Did you hear it? Oh, yeah. Sorry, Rhonda. I went off about the political climate and what's happening.
Yeah,
And this live will be like posted as a video, as all of my lives are. So you guys, feel free to watch them. But
yeah,
I'm making. Oh, and Storm has, hey baby, I'm okay. I think she heard me going off and is trying to comfort me. Oh my goodness. Oh, you see her? I'm okay, baby. I promise. Thank you. Thank you, baby. She's concerned.
yeah.
Sorry. So, but yeah, and again, I don't know. It's messed up, man. That's all I can tell you. It's so
It
messed
is.
up,
It
and
is.
I'm
And
just sick.
I pray that Mississippi don't vote that bill in that representative was trying to push through because
Yeah, I don't.
there will be so much discrimination in that state, and God forbid Alabama falls suit.
Yeah, and I worry that Alabama
We
would follow
we'd
suit.
have to
And
move out of Alabama.
yeah, I would have to. We would have to move because I could not put myself or my children through that. Like
Yeah,
honestly, like I can't. I am a I so I'm a U.S. citizen. Okay, I was born a US citizen. I was born on an Air Force base in the Philippines. My mom is from the Philippines. She is a naturalized citizen, so she is a um she is a US citizen as well. I dual citizenship. I have two birth certificates. I have a Filipino birth certificate, and then I have a US birth certificate that says US citizen born abroad. That's what my two birth certificates say. Um, but it's like, do I gotta start carrying my stuff with me?
You shouldn't have to.
I
Nobody,
shouldn't have to, but
nobody,
do I need to?
nobody should have to.
I was looking for
Nobody.
I found my social security card yesterday just in case. But does that prove I'm a citizen? That I have a social security card? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
again, and so like me, like I'm half white and I don't have an accent aside from a little bit of a southern one, but like people are gonna be discriminated against, man. It's terrible. Oh, hey Linda, what's up, friend? Oh, oh my gosh, that's terrible. Is that sentencing trial still going on, or has he been sentenced? Oh, and yes, Rhonda, it is messed up. All of it. And it's not hard. I agree. All that should
Now,
matter is that we're kind of humans.
now, is the UK having an issue with Muslim immigrants?
What do you mean?
Like with the here I go again trying to talk about something now. Um, I mean,
Drop it.
I just get snips of.
Yeah, I'm with you, Rhonda. It makes me so sick that they backtracked. It does,
Yeah,
because there was that quote from the CEO. I read it that he said keeping DEI programs was good for society. It was good for business. It was good for all these things. And then to just, to announce, like you send out a memo to your employees and like try to secretly say you're not doing that because you're a sheep, right? You're a sheep. You can't you got to fall in line with the other bigots. It's sickening. Oh wow. Wow. That's terrible.
that is terrible.
That is so terrible. Mm. Okay. So we said what we needed to say on that, and I think it's very clear where we stand, right? So I feel like we need to have something a little bit more lighthearted. We need some joy. We need some happiness. That's one thing these fools cannot take away from us is our joy and happiness.
Yeah.
So we gotta talk about some later. Does anybody have any questions? Like we always get on here and yeah, I'm sorry if y'all like came on here and was like, oh, we're gonna talk about planners. Apparently that was not the thing today. Is we don't want to talk, we want to talk about what's really happening in this world. Oh, I joined Substack. I don't know if I told you about that. I like it. I like Substack. It's a place where, like, especially like if you're a writer or you like to read articles, it's a great place to be. Um, it You can write like newsletters, like you as a like anybody who has like a profile on Substack. It's really cool, and so I'm gonna start utilizing that space a lot too. I'm just trying to play around with it and learn more about it, but I think it's really cool. So I think my Substack is linked in my description. So I've just been playing like if you use the app, it kind of looks like Twitter, I guess. Um oh, thank you, Rhonda. That's very nice of you.
That
He
is.
is an amazing, amazing dad. Like I need y'all to know that. Like he is an amazing father, amazing partner. Like it's awesome. He's a good dude.
Thank you.
Happy to have my baby daddy.
Yeah.
He's a good
It,
one.
man, it all goes back to childhood trauma.
Yeah. 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 I got you.
Somehow I've spun my childhood trauma into
Yeah.
positivity. I
Absolutely.
never
Yeah.
got no. I never got no help for stuff that has happened to me growing up, and somehow I don't know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I've spun it into positivity for my children.
Yep. And
You
he
know,
shows up for everything. We do our best to show up for
I
everything.
didn't I didn't have that. I didn't have nobody showing up for me.
Yeah. So he shows up for our girls, which I love.
I do my best. Thank you for watching, Rhonda. I appreciate your support.
Thank you guys. We try really, really hard to
Yeah,
give our girls the best life and to be there for them as much as we can because we want them. I always say, like, our goal is for y'all to do better than us, right?
that's right.
So, like, that's what we want for them. And
Yep.
so, yeah, it's a good time. We got to go get Malaya some more softball stuff today. So it's a good
Yep.
time. Okay.
I think I think while we're on this subject, I'll talk about something.
Okay.
Um, something a little different. Um, so I think,
That's so nice. I agree.
yeah.
I think if
So
you work through it and process through it, Rhonda, and realize how it triggers you and affects you, I think sometimes those life experiences, as hard as they were at the time, can, I don't want to say turn into something good, but it can teach you lessons about who you don't want to be, maybe is the best way I
yeah,
could say that. Okay, go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
yeah. So what I was saying is, uh, I guess I had a little bit of a revelation, since I've been doing my channel. Um, and I've told you a little bit about it, like with me being, I'm 43 years old. I've uh I've lived. I'll say that I've lived. I've lived through a lot, and I've lived through a lot of experiences. And I guess, like, I think about I think about like when I was 20 or 21. Like, I wish I had somebody like me around that could kind of teach me or
Hmm.
show me uh the future. That's what I've been calling it all week. And I kind of had this epiphany, and maybe it'd be more clear when I start talking about it. But I kind of had this epiphany. I was talking to a young guy that just got hired. He's he's 24, 25 years old, and him and his wife just got married. And I just started talking to him about his future. I was like, when I was 25, I wasn't really thinking about 10 years down the road.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
he's thinking about 10 years down the road. So when I was talking to this guy, I basically just said, like, do you and your wife have a plan, right? And and he said, what do you mean? And I was like, well, when me okay, so when me and you got married, Till,
Hmm.
before me and you got married, we lived in a little apartment, and this is what I told the guy. Me and my wife, we weren't married. We lived in a little apartment,
Yeah.
and
Sorry. Storm and Chewy are like fighting on the bed. So
oh,
I
I
got
thought
distracted.
outside. So me and you had a little apartment. We didn't have much, but for some whatever reason, me and you planned. We planned everything out. You know,
Hmm.
like, we weren't gonna have a kid till we had a house. We
Hmm.
weren't gonna buy a house till we got married, right?
Hmm.
So we went through this whole roadmap, and we come out on the side succeeded.
Yeah.
So that's what I was telling him. I was like, what's y'all's? Do y'all have a plan? Like, you just can't come to work every day and work.
Yeah.
You gotta have a plan. And I think that's I said I wish somebody had told. I think I was pretty wise for a 20-year-old, but I wish I was a little bit wiser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I was explaining to him. Like, when I was his age, I thought guys my age was full of crap.
Yeah.
And that's how I let off with him. I said, I know you think like I'm full of crap because I'm always talking. I said,
You being one of them old heads.
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm old head. So I was like, I was like, but I thought the same thing when I was your age.
Yeah.
But he seemed to listen to me, but like,
Rhonda.
yeah.
I've always been a planner too.
So yeah, Tiffany's always been a planner. She, I would say, I give myself a little too much credit. Ti- Ti- I called Tiffany the captain this morning. She's the captain of this because anytime I need to know something, she's got the direction. Say. So I'll say the only wise decision I made is I married you. you know, so so but yeah, I did the old head thing,
I
and I
got
think I don't know, I've here lately I've been doing it a lot more. I do it on my channel a lot,
you.
but I
Yeah.
feel like nobody knows the future, but you can kind of get a glimpse of it
Yeah.
listening to somebody who's already been through things, right?
Absolutely.
Remember, I told you at one time I said I try to learn through others and not stuff I do,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Because it keeps me from making that mistake, seeing somebody else make a mistake.
Right. Right.
So, I think that's like pretty sound advice. Just
Yeah.
that's all. That's my
So you're like unofficially mentoring people.
yeah. I
I
guess
like
so.
it. I think that's great.
Yeah. Well, I said in my interview yesterday, I was like, I've been at my job 15 years.
Yeah.
Whether you you don't have to give me a leadership role for me to be a leader.
That's right.
I don't. And I told him, I said, whether I want to be a leader or not, guys have made me a leader.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I have no say in it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
I hope so, Rhonda. I hope so.
Yeah, I love that. See, I do that with my baby social workers. That's what I call them,
Yeah.
or the ones that I've brought up
Mhm.
throughout the years. Is I try to sprinkle in,
Mhm.
not just the practice, but also like things that will help you in life.
Yeah.
I always do like the boundary talks, and yeah, Linda. One minute you're young and crazy, and the next you're the older part. Yep. Because I said like one day I was like, when did I become like the oldest person at my
Yeah.
job?
That's me. That's me.
Like
I'm like,
when
dude, I become the old head.
yeah, aside from, like, my direct supervisor, like, when did that happen? Like, oh my
Right.
gosh, like, I'm the one that a lot of them turn to for, life stuff or even
Yeah.
career stuff because 'cause I've been doing it so long, and I'm like, "When did that happen?"
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
almost
Get
40,
out.
I'll be 40 this year,
But
so,
it also it's a gift and a curse,
yeah,
and I'll say it's a curse because uh sometimes guys will come in and they think they know more than me,
yeah.
and they don't, and it just pisses me off.
Yeah. Rhonda Jesse, he interviewed for a leadership or team leader position within the place like he already works at.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. I've already had the job one time and I gave it up,
Yeah.
and yeah, I probably won't get it again.
Yeah. Hey. Sometimes it's
You
a
never
headache.
know, though. You never know.
I supervised for years and you saw it took a toll on me. Ooh, it took a toll on me.
Yeah,
Um, and I like that I'm not in charge of anybody but
yeah,
myself. I like that. Um, and it's not that it's just, it's a lot of responsibility
yeah,
and a lot of headache. Any advice? My daughter is entering the social work program. She's in her first semester working on her master's. I have so much advice. I'm glad she's working on her master's because that's always the first advice I give with social work is don't be like me. Hey, Linda. Don't be like me and wait, what, over 15 years to get your master's. Like, it's hard to find a job if you don't have your master's. Another thing that I would do is if she's in her first semester, she needs to already be looking at licensure. If you look at stats on licensure, they don't have good pass rates. So she really um, needs to go ahead and like either like start asking professors about seminars and things like that with licensure, and then um, be it's try different things. Where'd you go, Jesse? I think I lost him.
No, I'm here.
Oh, I was like, "Where'd you go?" But yeah, so experience different things because I really thought I wouldn't enjoy working with children, and I've been working with children since 2018, and I love it. I like adolescents too, which is
You
hard.
didn't. Okay, so back up. Initially, you didn't want to work with children.
No, initially I said I will never ever work with children. 10 years later, 10 years into the profession, I swapped over because I was building that school social work program or helping to build. I didn't like build it. It was I was helping to do it as a pilot program, and it worked out to my benefit. Um, so yeah, that would be like my advice. If there's anything I can help with, message me. I'm happy to help. I really believe in like in the profession, like giving back to the younger ones because we were all interns at one time too, learning. And I've had some really good mentors. Melanie that I adored. She passed away last
Yeah.
no, it's the year before last. Very unexpectedly. That took a toll on me, but she was so good to me and she was always like, she was always lifted me up. She was the one that really encouraged me to get my master's. I've had other great
Yeah.
mentors too. So I also would recommend her finding a mentor, like connecting with someone who is a social worker that has some experience that she can lean and a good one that she can lean into that will help her because it's a hard job. Um, it's a hard and thankless job because we don't have the best reputation in the public eye. A lot of people think that we are kid snatchers, baby snatchers, and that's the role we serve as CPS is taking people's kids. And there's so much stuff that you can do with a social work degree. So like right now, therapy is my jam, and I can do therapy as a social worker, but it's a lonely and hard job sometimes. So finding people who can really relate to what you're experiencing and give really good advice. Your first 3 years make or break you in the profession, man. Is all I can tell you. And you got to have good boundaries, really
My
good boundaries.
my advice on all this, from what I've seen on the outside looking in, would be working with children will take a emotional toll on you.
Absolutely.
That would be. I don't work in the field, but I live with somebody that does, and I see it every day.
Yeah. Some days are harder than others.
Yep.
I think was it Thursday? Thursday I was really upset about. I'm not gonna talk
Yeah,
about it, but was something that a student was
that's right.
concerned about. And I just, that was hard. So yeah, there are days it's hard. It's a hard job. But you have to have a passion for it. So yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You definitely do a lot of silent labor. And it does take emotional toll on you. I've had to utilize EAP services and go talk to therapists and, process through not anything outside of work, but process through how I was stressed at work and how I was taking that stress into my personal life. And so I've gotten better I've gotten a lot better at setting boundaries. I used to not have the best boundaries many years ago, but I've gotten better at it. So it's a hard job, but it also can be rewarding. I love what I do. Yeah. 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 And there are times it's like there's nothing you can do. Now
Uh,
I'm gonna cuss, but it's necessary to drive this point. I've showed my ass on more than one occasion with people in other positions to advocate for a child, and I stand by the ass showing that I've done. I don't do it often, and that's why when I do it, people take me serious because when I do, it means something. So I have gone to war before to advocate for a child. And then Jesse gets to hear me rant and rave about it when I get home from work. Um, yeah, it's definitely not Linda. It's not like I always tell. So this is like my blanket advice that I always like when I supervised or even like if I have social workers that talk to me, is one thing that I always tell them is like your first 3 years, you have that imposter syndrome. I think that's the term now, and it's where you just don't have confidence in your clinical judgment or confidence in your professional judgment, and you second guess everything you do. um and so having someone that you can, like, someone in the field that can guide you and staff with you, but also like leaning into knowing your ethics, like, a lot of times our ethics will guide our clinical judgment in social work. I know my ethics backwards and forwards. And I emulate them in my profession. And so I think that that's like the two things. But yeah, the first 3 years, like, they make or break you, because, and also, like, you can't go in with the mindset of you're going to fix everything, because it's not your job to fix it. It's your job to empower people to make the changes they need to be as self-sufficient as possible. And so it's your mentality going into it that matters. People aren't they're not there to be fixed. They're there to be empowered. And yeah, so sorry, went on a rant there. But that's usually like the speeches I give to my young and new social workers who need a little bit of guidance is, you can't go in there thinking you're going to like make huge impacts every single day. Like, you just need to be, with kids, you have to be the caring consistent adult. The caring consistent adult. I say that 87,000 times a day. They all children, research shows that children are most successful when they have a caring and consistent adult in their lives. So there you go. Jesse's heard me say that many times, haven't you?
Yeah.
A caring and consistent adult.
Yeah. I would say my second point on this would be you don't want to see kids in the direct area you live at.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's for two reasons. It's for two reasons. You don't you know the kids personally.
Yeah.
That's one reason. And the second reason, if something is not going like it should be in the household,
Yeah.
there has to be some type of intervention.
Yeah.
If you see the parents out and about, they might try to fight
Retaliate.
you or challenge you, or it's uncomfortable. So I would say if your daughter's going to be a social worker with kids, she probably wants to do it in a not a whole nother city, but maybe uh,
Outside of her
uh,
general community.
out of her general community where she lives at,
Yeah.
where she don't know nobody.
Yeah.
That to
Because,
me, that would be my advice.
yeah.
Because
Well, and because,
I've seen this firsthand. I've seen
yeah,
it.
but also, like, I've had to make reports before, and I've had parents confront me that didn't live in my community that threatened to whoop my ass. So I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, okay.
we're not going
No, they're
like
not right by your house
they're not going to ride by your house
and
because
like hit
they
the
live in
gas when you're
your
crossing at the
area.
four-way.
You're not going to run into them at the store.
Yeah.
Uh, and like I said, like there's families that we know years later, and
Yeah.
we know like the stuff that was going on in the household is not good.
Yeah.
It's really not good.
All right.
They
So
don't
I think,
know it, you know what I mean?
mhm.
And then, they don't know what I know because I'm married to you. So I automatically feel like that they're looking at me like,
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a
so
lot of things I can't tell Jesse,
yeah.
because of confidentiality. I
But
might go tell him.
they might not believe that though. They might
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
believe don't tell
Oh,
me. They
yeah.
might tell
Yeah.
me
For sure.
so.
So Rhonda has a question. I think it's directed at you. How has you being a social worker helped your husband? Maybe
No,
it's me.
that's
Has
a
it?
question for you.
I don't know. How has it helped you?
Help me?
Yeah. Has me being a social worker helped you?
Yeah, absolutely.
How so?
Uh, Let's just say it's helped.
Okay.
No,
It has helped you.
it really has. Like, I mean, I don't know if it's directly or indirectly. It's just I let you do the EDMR on me that time, and that was in.
EMDR.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, because we did the complex and the
yeah,
container.
yeah,
Yes, I
yeah,
am
yeah.
EMDR trained too, so I can do EMDR and therapy.
Yeah, and that was interesting. I don't know why my thing
Yeah.
has gotten crooked. I
Is
look there.
that better?
I don't know. I don't know if it's the way I'm sitting in my chair. I don't know. It's been bothering me for like 30 minutes now.
Well, I'm
I don't know
sorry.
what. Like center up, bro.
I'm sorry. But yeah,
But
okay. I
so
think every state it's so different too. With stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would say it's helped in a lot of aspects. Like it's helped me deal with I don't spiral no more. So there's that.
Yeah. I use
you
therapy speak a lot. Not in a way I don't weaponize therapy speak. I don't feel like I do.
no,
But I feel like I can, yeah.
I think I think the kids have benefited from it more than
Yeah.
any- and
Yeah.
not that you do it on them, but it has given you tools to use
Yeah,
to
for
your advantage
for
because
sure.
kids can be difficult sometimes.
Yeah. I always like when the kids say that's inappropriate because I'm like, I know that
Yeah,
I know that that's for me. So yeah. I have an arm. I don't have a tripod, Rhonda. I have an arm that is attached to a little lap desk that I just set on top of my printer stand. I got it off of Amazon. I'll try to see if I can find it. There's so many on Amazon. So I have this one. This is like our vlogging camera. I'm like the worst vlogger, but it's also like a little bitty like tripod. Um, so I
the
don't have like a really good like filming setup.
the
But
infamous vlog that we did in Panama City.
that I never put up.
Yeah,
I vlogged so much stuff and I never put it up. I don't know. I'm undecided. I still am undecided on whether or not I want to put that up. There's a few so Jesse, the one Jesse's using, I don't know if it's linked in my Amazon or not. But it's like a ring light tripod thing. I used to use that a lot, but I like the arm because I feel like the arm is stable. Um, hold on. Watch my hand. Let's see if I can flip it. So I have just excuse the mess. I have this thing, right? It's like an arm and then it attaches here and it's like it's very sturdy. And then I have this little desk thing that sits on top of my printer. So that's what I got. That's my bed in the background. Now I have to hold the phone because it's gonna be too shaky. So I like it. That's been my setup for how long, Jesse? Like 3 years.
yeah.
And then I like that because it's attached to that little desk thing, I can just like if I don't want to film at my desk, like if I want to film a video chilling in my bed, I can like just move that thing to the bed and film there. So that's what I use. So I just kind of rig stuff up. And Jesse uses the same, like when he films, because he films his videos on my desk, he just does that same thing. I got you. I got you. Yeah, I just like the arm. It's just so much easier. But I will not film in selfie mode anymore. Um, I filmed in selfie mode my last video on YouTube because I could see what I was filming and make sure like nobody could read what I was writing.
You didn't like doing that?
What, in selfie mode? No.
Mm-mm.
No. Next time I'll do it differently. And I used this thing to hold it up while I was filming on my desk.
Yeah.
I didn't, and then I usually use the arm for like the overhead shots. And
Mm.
I'll set my phone in it like if I make reels, which I suck at making reels. Like reels are just not for me. Tiffany makes awesome reels. Playing with Tiffanita, her reels are always good. My rules are not great. I'm more a long form video gal. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. We've been on for 70 minutes.
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions or anything else? Anything else that anyone wants to talk about? Sorry, like words were not forming. Um, Anybody? And Rhonda, you might want to check Temu too if you shop on Temu because I see ads all the time. Do y'all get sucked into those ads on Instagram? Because I do. I'll click on them and then I'm like, and then I click out, but I get sucked into them. Storm is so cute. Like she's laying on the bed. Who is that? Is she not the cutest? Okay, sorry. I had to show it. I'm holding my phone. All right. Anything else you want to talk about, my love? Oh yeah, Gwendolyn. We talked about the natty in the beginning. We were what was like the synopsis. We were not surprised that Ohio State won because did they spend the most money on
Second,
uh
the second most behind Michigan.
okay. Oh, Michigan. That was not a good return on their investment.
They beat
Um
out.
they did, but they finished out 8-5. So yeah. I said, like, I felt bad for Marcus Freeman. He seemed really deflated the whole game. I felt like when they would interview him, like, and stuff. But and I felt like Notre Dame came out flat and they ended flat and their kicker sucks. But disappointed because I was kind of rooting for them, but not surprised. How about that?
Not surprised at all.
So, like Ohio State's stacked. They have a lot of talent.
Yep.
And their coach looks like he drew his beard on with a Sharpie because he dyes it, obviously, and it's just odd to me. I like a little gray in the beard. No comment, Jesse.
What?
I said I like a little gray in the beard.
I have it.
I know. I think
I have it on my sides too. It's just I'm bald, so you can't tell.
yeah. I don't like when I have gray hair, which is why I highlight my hair. But
Yeah.
I do think men look nice with gray hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because y'all have good gray hair. Like
I mean,
my
yeah.
gray hair is I think gray hair is more acceptable for men than women, 100%. Because
I
I sound like a hypocrite because I highlight my hair to cover up the grays.
I personally don't mind gray hair,
Linda
but
said, "You're too tired to pick up on that compliment."
no, I knew what you were saying. I
So
don't have an issue with gray hair,
yeah,
like not on a woman,
yeah.
but to each their own.
What's happening, Linda? I personally like. I think women who have like the all gray hair, I think it's beautiful. I do, but I don't have that.
You
I
don't.
have
You think the salt and pepper is not a good look on.
I think if the salt and pepper is equally distributed in
Mm-hmm.
the hair, like I'm speaking about myself. If it was equally distributed, I don't think
Mm-hmm.
it would bother me. But also I like the color that I get my hair highlighted.
Yeah.
So I think I didn't start highlighting it because I was gray. I started coming up higher because I was getting gray.
Does my dad have
Um
gray hair?
what?
I don't think my dad has gray, does he?
No. Do redheads turn gray headed? Have you ever said, I don't know. Have you ever seen huh?
A gray-headed redhead?
Yeah. You need
I
to,
know. Oh,
I've never thought of that until just
what
now.
they have souls?
What?
Redheads don't have souls.
Stop it. Stop.
I don't know. I mean, Dad don't have no gray hair. So I don't know.
Has his hair gotten lighter?
It
See,
seems
Linda said her mom-in-law, is a redhead and she's gray.
okay.
I don't really know that many redheads.
I don't either.
Know your dad. Who else do I know? You
I
know, I
think
just realized I'm
I,
still rocking the pimple patch.
I think if I had hair, it would be like it wouldn't be the color of my beard. My black beard ain't the color of my hair. My hair is like that strawberry color.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like my
So,
eyebrows are black and my beard's black, but my hair ain't black. My hair
yeah.
is strawberry. It's weird. I don't know. I appreciate it though. I think I look weird with strawberry eyebrows.
That would be funny. That's interesting. Okay, cool. All right, so redheads do get gray. No, Rhonda and I agree with you. I think gray looks wonderful on everyone but me. And that
I,
is like my one like beauty thing that I spend the money on is I go get my hair done.
but didn't you say your gray hair is a different texture from the rest of
Yes.
your?
My gray hairs are like pubic hair. I don't know how else to describe that. They are very coarse and very weird and a completely different texture than the rest of my hair.
I wonder why.
See, I could do that. I would like to see what my mom looks like because I think my mom is fully gray. I,
She
I,
is. Oh,
I
she
could,
when
I
you
could,
see when you see her roots start
yeah,
coming up,
yeah,
yeah, it's like, but it could be because her hair's so dark
yeah,
that
yeah,
the contrast is making it that much grayer.
yeah, yeah,
But her mom is like grayed out.
yeah,
Or
and it looks good.
her mom is like snowed out.
Yeah, and it's
So
pretty.
yeah,
Yeah, no, not for me. That's funny. Blonde hair and a ginger beard. Yes. Why does it have to have a different texture, Gwen? Like I've never understood that. And I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like compare it to that type of hair, but I didn't know how else to describe it because it's not like the rest of my hair. It is so like if it and I feel like even if it was the same texture, I wouldn't be bothered by it so
yeah.
much. But because it's a completely different texture, I don't like it at all. It's terrible. Okay. I'm tired
I,
of holding this. Hold, please.
I gotta go back to a comment from earlier.
Okay, go back to it.
Let me see if I can find it.
Mm.
I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm looking. Uh, paper chasing pins.
That's Rhonda.
Rhonda. Okay. Said, I think she's in disbelief that I'm 43.
Yeah. Yes, he is 43.
So what I would say on that is, I don't say that it's some miracle. I don't say it's my parents because my parents looked old at 40 something. I would say that my age, the reason I look the way I do is because I take care of myself, and what I mean by that is, I'm not gonna say I don't drink alcohol, but it's very limited, and like I don't smoke cigarettes, I don't do any kind of nicotine. Uh, I don't eat like I don't. I'm not gonna say I don't eat sugar and candy, but I don't like on a daily basis. I don't. So I would say that's probably attributed maybe why like people always say you look younger than what you really are. What do you think, Tiff?
Yeah, I think so. I also think life, right? Like me, it's mine is genetics,
Yeah.
partly, right? But
Mm.
also mine is I sunscreen.
Oh, you got some good genetics.
I have
Both your parents look wonderful at 60 years old.
yeah, my
You know,
mom's
I mean,
66.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like they look wonderful. So
yeah,
you're
yeah.
you're blessed. And then your grandfather's 90 something, and he looks incredible at 90. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So
you're
genetics, but also sunscreen, retinol,
yeah. Yeah,
and health.
you
Maybe health.
follow the treatment, but I don't think you don't have to do all that treatment.
What?
Yeah,
Just for wet, I just use sunscreen and retinol because the sun
I
ages
know,
you.
but I don't think you have. I don't think you would have to do it. I mean, it's a great precaution, but I don't think you would have to do it.
Probably not, but I do it.
No.
Okay, Tiffany said she left and came back. You missed a lot, Tiffany. I went on a political rant. We talked about conspiracy theories. We talked about mentorship. We talked about social work, and we talked about gray hair. And I also talked about the Ohio State coach.
Gray
Look,
hair.
yeah, I talked about the Ohio State coach looks like he drew his beard on with a sharpie
Yeah,
because I think like whatever he uses to dye his beard is just too dark and it just doesn't.
it don't.
I'm with you, and I also said I do like men that have gray in their beard, and you can notice that my Jessie Boo has some gray in that beard there. Um, and thank you, Linda. I appreciate that we look younger. Sophie will say we look like we're in our 20s. I don't believe that, but
She's so sweet.
she is a sweetheart. She's like,
Be
she's
lying.
telling me you don't look over 18.
To
I'm
be
like,
lying. To be lying. She's so sweet.
see, it's because I'm the captain that I look younger, Jesse. I make all y'all do the hard work.
You are the captain. Captain of this ship,
That's too
and
funny.
I'm the first mate.
That's too funny. Thank y'all. Yeah. We just try to be healthy and take care of ourselves the best
Yeah,
that we can. But yeah, genetics play a big role in mine, to be honest with you.
yeah.
Like I have good genetics.
Mine, not so much.
Yeah. Okay. 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 Yeah. So you got to hear my whole rant. I went off, Tiff. So yeah. So yeah, we were talking about mentoring, like us, because like we were talking about just being the oldest, like people now, like in our roles, and
Yeah,
like we're like the old heads, and we mentor the youngsters.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad for good
Good.
genetics.
I think that's what the world needs.
Yeah.
We need older people trying to mentor the youth rather than casting them into the fire and saying that they are lost cause,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're not lost cause. When I was coming up, people said that about my generation.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like
For
we're a
sure.
lost cause. We sag our pants or we listen to rap music.
Oh,
Yeah,
whoa.
you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I mean, come on. It's true. It's
No,
true.
I'm
So
with you.
the youth is not a lost cause. It's
No.
only if we let them be. How about that? Only if we
But
let.
also, generations are not, they're made, right? They're made by
Yeah,
how they're treated and
yeah,
impacts of the world. Like, we are how we are because, a lot of the things that we've experienced in life. And
yeah,
that's something we have to always remember is what you experienced in life,
yeah,
mold you into the person that you become. And
yeah.
so if we extend that kindness
Mm,
to the younger generation and like mentor them and lift
yeah.
them up and provide them encouragement, but but also like teach them, like, yeah,
So I'll talk about a successful moment in me helping a younger person out. And I'll use my buddy Justin as an example.
I love Justin. He's awesome.
Okay. So Justin applied for a promotion, and you know the story, Till.
I
And
know the story.
my buddy Justin applied for a promotion. He didn't get it. They gave it to another guy, and it wasn't just Justin. It was like him and like five other guys. And I told Justin, I said, dude, whatever you do, like, don't act a fool, don't show out, take grace, smile, thank you for the opportunity, maybe next time. And the other five or six guys did the opposite of what I said. They threw fits. Why not me? I've been here so long, whatever, the usual crowd, wham, wham, wham. We're grown men, but we're crybabies. So the guy who got the promotion over Justin turned it down, and they offered it to him. And the manager that gave it to him, he called me and had that very conversation that I had with Justin with me about the way Justin carries himself, the way he acted when they didn't give him the job, and so on. So I would say I did. That is a success story for me mentoring somebody up under me.
Yeah, and it was simple, right?
Because I've been the guy that didn't get the job and throw a fit, and I've been in that situation. And I said in my interview Friday, I said, a lot of times I look at my daughter, and my daughter learns things the hard way, and I can't help to think she gets that from me because sometimes I'm that way. I People will tell me to do something, and I'll do the opposite and have to learn the hard way. So I'm trying to take my experience and my knowledge and vent that from other people. People making the mistakes I made when I was coming up.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
Sophie, come here. Sorry. But yeah, no, I got you. Let me get it. Hey. Okay, pretty girl. Look at you. Do you mind giving me a refill on coffee? Would you like to say hello? What is on your face?
Chocolate.
Oh.
Sophie, I can't see you.
Hi.
Here, I'll move.
Hey, Sophie.
My hair's wet.
Did you wash it?
I took a bath.
What is on your face right here? Ow.
Oh, I did my skincare.
Yeah, you got it in your hair. That hurts, Maggie Licious. Do you mind getting me a little refill?
Yeah.
Thank you, love. Maggie's in here now. Sophie's so sweet, y'all. She's giving me a refill. How do you all feel about fast food establishments using tea and adults are not providing? Yeah. I think I'm with you. I think yes. I just think like in those jobs, there's not always good leadership. Yeah, same. I've had like one time, like I had somebody that just like stuck their arm out the window and was like, and I was like, have a good day. But I think like it goes back to leadership too, right? Like if you, and I feel like in a lot of fast food establishments, there's like disgruntled management too, because if somebody calls out, if somebody doesn't show up, they have to show up and they're overworked or they that's the only job they could get and they don't want to do it. And so, and I'll tell y'all, because Jesse and I had this conversation too, is I think sometimes like when you are so sweet.
I showed Tatum the cup and she was like, oh my gosh, I love that cup. Did you know Tatum watches you like every day?
On what?
On your channel.
On YouTube?
Yeah, she watches you.
Tatum,
These dogs, stop!
Thank you, love. You are so sweet. I don't even know what I was saying. I'm sorry. I love me some Sophie. She looks so cute. She got a little outfit on. She washed her hair. I was like, okay, Sophie. But oh yeah, with the well, once when I asked her on duty manager is also a teenager, no criticism, they should work. Yeah. I agree, and I think that's a upper management responsibility, right? But that goes back to what rules is not good customer service. It's money, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what we want is money.
I think Chick-fil-A set the standard.
Yeah.
Like Chick-fil-A should be the standard of how all fast food places should be, but without the mediocre food.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A is mediocre as hell.
In my opinion, yeah, I agree. For the price, 100%.
Yeah. Apologies to the white folks out there. I know y'all love chicken. Y'all gotta eat some real chicken though, and it ain't from Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A has good service. I'll tell y'all. No, I'm with you. But I think it starts at the top, right? Like with training, is like you have to like train. Like this is the way. This is the way we do.
Okay, it's probably a lot like my job. Like my job, you got a level of managers, and toward the bottom of that level, the new guys are getting trained by the semi-new guys. You see what I'm saying? Like the semi-new guys have been there for a few years are training
Yeah.
the guys, while the people over them that are getting paid more money ain't training nobody.
Yeah.
They're coming to work and bare minimum getting their money and going home.
Yeah.
That's a lot of the breakdown. Probably you get people in like Mickey D's, and you have like the new guy come in, and then the person's been there for a little while is probably having to train them while the manager.
Yes, Linda, it's called Chick-fil-A. And everything is my pleasure. My pleasure.
Oh, it's the best food service ever. Hey, so
Yeah, they have really good, the way they
it's
run,
the best food
and y'all,
service ever.
I'm gonna tell y'all, 7 Brew Coffee, like, I think they do like the same, I don't know if they like follow Chick-fil-A's model, but they do the thing where they have the 2 lines and they have the iPads and they take your order and you're like, thank you. And they're like, my pleasure.
Yeah.
And they have like a really like well-oiled like machine.
But hold on.
Yeah.
We ate at McDonald's in Montgomery, and that was
Excellent
like
service.
the best service ever. You come in, you want
Best service that we've ever had at a fast food restaurant. The ladies working in there, where they were so like went above and beyond. Like we sat down like while we were eating. This is McDonald's, y'all. Like the lady that was like cleaning up in the dining area, she was like, "Can I get y'all anything else?" And I was like, "Thank you, no ma'am, we're good." Like they were very like I've never had service that good anywhere at a fast food restaurant.
Still.
What time?
No, Gwen asked a question.
I'm sorry. I like 7 Brew. So I am an iced caramel latte girly. And I don't always like, because a lot of times if I like get out of that, then I get something I don't like. I like their iced caramel latte. Their espresso is good. There is a group on Facebook that has lots of orders. I like them and they're not super expensive. But if you like frappuccinos, they have frozen drinks. They have like a menu of like their 7 best. Are their most popular drinks. I like 7 Brew Glen. And I would have never tried them if I hadn't like gotten a gift card for like a work Christmas party. I could recommend them. They are usually jumping because I think it's geared for the university students, but I like them. And the only thing I've tried, I've done 2 iced caramel lattes there, and both of them were really good. So if you're a latte,
15th Street, right?
I'm sorry.
That's the place on 15th Street.
Yeah, it's just past like Panda Express. Yeah. It's like the drive up. Yeah. It's good. I was gonna go there yesterday when I like finished that meeting. Yeah. But you can usually get through the lines pretty fast. Like there was one time like I was backed up like to the very end, like where you turn in, and I was out of there in 10 minutes. So if you have
Milano's really good too.
Yeah, so Gwen, we went to Milano's last night. It's a Italian. It's it's next to First Care in Tuscaloosa, like right over the bridge. It was really good. I liked it. And the service was excellent.
Yeah. The really big, so if the parking lot's full, that don't mean they're full on the inside.
Yeah, because we had to park next door at the doctor's office, and when we walked in, they seated us immediately. So it was really good. So if you like Italian food, I would recommend them.
Good food, good service.
Mm-hmm. Their tiramisu was amazing. Like the girls really wanted to try tiramisu. Yeah. They've never had it before. And Malaya was like, why does it taste like coffee? And I was like, because it's made with espresso.
Sophie said this morning she wanted some more tiramisu.
Oh, it's so good. Now, all tiramisu is not created equal. My phone's at 20%. Oh.
Huh?
Maggie's barking at that truck that just rode by. I don't know. It was suspicious. Yeah. So, yeah, that's how I am. I made a restaurant log in my Hobonichi weeks this year, Gwen. Yeah. Because I want to try different restaurants.
That's my battle is food. That's my battle every day. Food.
I like to eat.
Yeah. Oh, I love coffee.
I love coffee. Like coffee is essential to my being.
I think I said in one of my videos, I wasn't a coffee person until I met you. You made me a coffee person. I didn't drink coffee when I met you.
I know.
I drank Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing to drink ever.
Well, I swapped you over to coffee. I love coffee. Coffee
Yeah.
is essential to my being. So.
Well, now it's just water and coffee. So
Yeah, that's how I am. So like what I try to do is like chug my Stanley. We love coffee.
we
Coffee
love
wins.
coffee.
We're not ganging up on you, but we are coffee folk. I like my water too. So I try to like alternate.
So in my opinion, the best coffee I've had is from Dunkin' Donuts.
I like their lattes, their iced lattes. It's good.
Dunkin' Donuts has the best coffee.
Yeah. If
And
you want like if you want fast coffee, yes. Dunkin' Donuts is
the best
good.
donuts. I love their donuts.
I do too.
I don't like the Krispy Kreme donuts.
We like cakey donuts.
Yeah.
I grew up eating Dunkin'. Linda, you're definitely in the minority. I'm a coffee junkie. I think I've been drinking coffee since I was like 15. And like at home, we just brew coffee. Like we don't have any of those like
that's all we.
Yeah, we do like a traditional like brew coffee, and then we like I buy that. What is it called? It's like that instant espresso stuff, and I use that to make iced coffee because I like lattes. Jesse like walked from the other room to here to get a charger. You want to say hey? See, y'all, we're in the same house. It's so funny. Yeah, I had to plug mine up too because like it was on like 85%. So long. You don't have to close it. Because storm will. Anyway, yeah, coffee is essential to my being. So, but yeah, so Glenn, one of our goals this year is we want to try different restaurants. Because I feel like a lot of times, hey babe, I feel like a lot of times we eat at this, like we just eat at the same places. What are we making, Alicia? Girl, get you some coffee. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So I'm kind of like a caffeine junkie. So it's essential to my being. But yes, Alicia, go get you some coffee. Okay. But yeah, so we're gonna talk. Yeah, so it's backwards. I don't even know if I wrote it in here in my weeks. So I made some collections. I'm gonna do a flip of my weeks, y'all, before too long. But I didn't write it in. Nope, I didn't write it in here. But I made a dine out log in my weeks.
Folgers, Alicia.
Folgers. Yeah. But yeah, I made a dine out log that I'm gonna keep track of like where we eat at, like restaurants that we eat at. Like when we go to dinner. Like I'm not gonna do it like if I get lunch or a Dunkin' Run. Coffee snob and I don't know Dunkin' Donuts. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I like a good iced latte. Like if I'm buying coffee, I want an iced latte. Like if I'm going to a place to get I don't know, it's the thing I do. Like I drink hot coffee at home.
This is making me want to go to Dunkin' and get some coffee.
Sophie wants to go. She wants to try that Sabrina Carpenter espresso. And I've drank so much coffee today.
I don't need calories.
Yeah, Tiff. I love it. I think trying different restaurants is fun. Like that's the thing that I just like to do. I think it's an enjoyable experience. And if it's good food, like it kind of just makes it into our rotation. And we don't really have like many Italian restaurants here.
No.
So the one like we have like Olive Garden, which is, a chain. Oh, you haven't tried Dunkin'? So I guess if you like iced lattes, I think Dunkin' is good. I think you can taste the espresso more in the iced lattes at Dunkin' than you can in the Starbucks.
Yeah.
And also Dunkin' is cheaper than Starbucks.
And they have donuts.
Oh, I love that, Tiffany. That sounds like fun. I love that y'all go to a different spot every time. It sounds like fun. We just hit 100 minutes.
Yep. This is our
Look,
long.
I told Jesse before we jumped on, I was like, I don't want to be on here past 2 o'clock because I got to go to the grocery
What time?
It's 2:35.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't have good time management skills. But I love that. I love that y'all do that, Tiffany. You tagged her in the comments, Alicia. You know, like when you do a live, like the comments y'all put in the live, ma'am, that's rude. Are you trying to choke me out? Storm. I'm being attacked by a dog. Dude, that would be so fun, Tiffany. We're going to work on doing a planner meetup in the Tuscaloosa area. So, ma'am. Storm is so rude. I forgot where I was at.
Tell my how it's 2:30.
Yeah. The dog. Storm is staring at me. She is, I don't know why she just came in here and decided to attack me with kisses. This is my life. I'm surprised Chewy hasn't come over here. Maybe Storm did want some coffee. She does not need it. Oh my gosh.
No.
She is in her
She don't need
adolescent phase. And she would be zooming. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to call it quits.
We gotta go to Aldi.
We gotta do some shopping, friends. Thank y'all for joining us. But guess what I was saying is the comments y'all put in the chat while we're chatting and actually live, they don't, like when the video uploads, the comments don't become a part of the video. Does it make sense?
Yeah. The chat gets wiped.
Yeah, the chat is wiped once the live is over. So sometimes like I'll answer and then be like, oh, I should probably read that question or read what's written, because like if you watch it back, you're probably like, what? But it's cool. Yes. Thank you, friend. We intend to enjoy our weekend doing all the fun things.
Yeah.
We're going grocery shopping. I gotta start back like eating my nutrient dense foods, and because I feel better when I eat better.
Seems like we're going to Dunkin' too.
Are we?
I mean, that's up to y'all.
We'll see. All right, friends. Thank y'all for joining us. Are we on next week? Hold up. Let me look. Because we have one more planned for this month, I believe. Hold, please. I can tell y'all. No, we don't. Because next week it will be like February. Me and Jesse will get together and look at our schedules and see. Good night, friend. Good night, Linda. Jesse and I will look at our schedules and I'll put out a thing with our live schedule for February. Okay. Bye, my friends. I hope y'all have a great day.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.